CNN News 18 exclusive. And this has got to do with the Anna University sexual assault case. NCW probe has found a grave failure on the part of the police authorities. The probe also reveals that instead of encouraging the victim to file the complaint, the police instead instilled a fear in the mind of the victim. And the probe reveals that the police officers didn't take any effort to persuade the victim to undergo a medical examination. It also goes on to say that an independent probe is warranted. The SIT should be monitored by the High Court and the recommendations of the NCW. In fact, this is my colleague Ananya Bhatnagar. He is getting us all these details. Over to you, Ananya, getting us all the details of the NCW report.
Definitely, it's a CNN mega exclusive news break where we have got to know the whole report that's been filed by the National Commission for Women before, in fact, the commission itself, and very clearly the team that had gone to the Anna University and had met with the victim and various other stakeholders in this case have found out grave irregularities as far as, the Tamil Nadu Police is concerned. And it has gone on to say that, first of all, instead of, giving a psychological help to the victim, the police officers there were actually somebody who had instilled a fear in the mind of the victim even before she could file a complaint. However, the victim showed grave, bravery and hence, went to file that particular complaint. Not only that, when the victim called 181, the police arrived at the scene almost 4 hours late and there were no female constables, which is a clear violation of the law. And that is something, that raises a lot of doubts on the Tamil Nadu Police as far as this particular incident is concerned. And if you remember that this accused is somebody who is in fact, a repeated offender, and hence he is somebody who should have been controlled. And the biggest takeaway, Pallavi, of this report is somewhere or the other that the Anna University campus is a free flow campus. There is no kind of a proper check and balance as far as the security is concerned. And when such a thing happens, this is something that raises a lot of doubts on how the security and the access control has to be there. The NCW has recommended that the probe that is being conducted by the special investigation team formed by the Madras High Court should be monitored by the Madras High Court itself, because there have been grave irregularities as far as the police is concerned in the initial days of this particular investigation. It has also come to light that the victim was somebody who was a little fearful in going for a medical examination, but the police officers didn't give her a proper background, a proper legal instruction as to what happens and why medical examination in such a case is so necessary. And hence it took a little time for the victim to actually get comfortable as far as the medical examination is concerned. So very clearly stark irregularities of the Tamil Nadu Police coming to light, and how would the Madras High Court too would be handling it is something that we'll have to wait and watch for. But a very, very clear recommendation that comes out from the National Commission for Women is that the Madras High Court should be monitoring this SIT investigation. And not only this, the initial investigation officer and the SHO of that particular area should be investigated for their irregularities and their role as well, is what the National Commission for Women has gone on to say. This is a lengthy report that has been filed by the NCW team that had visited that campus, and is a stark, irregularities of the Tamil Nadu Police that come to light. And that completely shows as to how the law and order situation in that particular area is something that is to be questioned time and again.
And with a lot of premium, Ananya, being placed on the fact that women's rights and women have to be made safe, we have very stringent Nirbhaya laws and so on and so forth, which does put this onus on the police also. You have to be sympathetic. Gender sensitivity is something which is prevailed upon them. In your mind, based on the NCW's scathing report, what possible action could be taken against the Tamil Nadu Police as well?
Well, as far as if you remember what happened before the Madras High Court, the Madras High Court had come down heavily on the Tamil Nadu Police, and similar can be the action against the SHO and the investigating officer. These are stark details, Pallavi, that comes out as far as the NCW report is concerned, and there definitely is some kind of accountability that should be attached to these officers who reached almost 4 hours late at the spot of the crime. And not only that, they reached 4 hours late to the spot of the crime, but also that they were instilling a fear in the mind of the victim instead of doing a counseling session or persuading the victim to file that particular complaint. They were actually instilling a fear in the mind of the victim, and that is something that needs to be probed independently. And hence the National Commission of Women also demands that an independent probe should be done by either the SIT or the CBI should actually come into this particular matter.
And then do hold on. We've also got Brinda Adige, who's joining us us on the phone line. You have always been speaking about the police needing to be gender sensitive. Now, these are very, very scathing attacks coming out from the NCW's report, which has been accessed by my colleague Ananya Bhatnagar.
Gender sensitive is secondary. Should they not be duty conscious first? Nobody is asking them to do any charity. They have a job. There is a call coming on 181, which means you respond to the call as per the SOP laid down. And these SOPs are not secrets. Everybody is trained, especially the police are trained on how you handle a case of a complaint of a crisis or distress from a woman who's telling you that she's been sexually exploited, harassed or threatened, which the police did not do. Later, the gender sensitivity part of it will come on how they should have ensured that she is taken to the police, taken to the hospital and get her medical done. If all this has not been done, it is sheer dereliction of duty. Not simply not being gender insensitive, but it is dereliction of duty, which the state, which the Home Minister must look into seriously and ensure that this person or those people who did not do their duty when the call came and after a complaint was also filed, dissuading her saying don't file a complaint. It is not their grandfather's property when an FIR is registered. Go and do the investigation. That is the job they are paid for. If they are not going to do that job, what job do they want to do?
And also, whenever these kind of incidents start coming up where the police is not filing an FIR, is being insensitive to the complainant, do you think this becomes an important factor on why many women or families would be reluctant to even go and file a case?
Absolutely.
That's one worry. Yeah.
Absolutely. If the confidence is not coming from the police station that yes, you come and report and we are here to take that complaint and do the needful investigation, which woman is going to come and complain? There is going to be the same story of patriarchy being reiterated by the system and the functionaries and the duty bearers. See, because of patriarchy, silence continues. People are emboldened because you place the blame on the woman, you threaten the woman, you silence the woman, you tell the woman that prestige and respect and all of this is the ultimate. So don't come and make a complaint. When police do not take the complaint seriously in a manner that assures the complainant that the case is being taken seriously, who is going to come forward to make a complaint?
Okay. Thank you, Bindaji. I am sorry to have to interrupt you here, but we got your point. Thank you very much for speaking to us. Then let me just go across to Kovai Satyan, spokesperson of the AIADMK. I'm sure you've heard about the NCW report, which has been accessed by us. Your first reactions to that?
First of all, congratulations to NCW for putting out the facts. It clearly substantiates our claim as in principle opposition. Who is that, sir? It's not one person, it is more than one person. Deliberately, they didn't include the rape that has happened with the victim because they know that they have to take her for a medical test. They omitted it. And the person who committed that offense is the person who is in the power corridors of DMK and close to the minister. And to cover this up, the commissioner comes up with a story that the phone was on a flight mode. And the FIR was deliberately leaked to character assassin the victim, who had with so much of courage come forward to file an FIR. And the contents of FIR is drafted in such a way that it was intentionally leaked and anybody who goes to the FIR will start character assassinating the girl. Justice was denied to her in each and every way that could be possible.
Okay.
The person who was supposed to deliver justice, the police, who are pressurized by the people in the power. And the top of it all, I'll give you the news to the CNIBN. I reached out to the NIC, who put out a note stating that the FIR leak was an error from NIC. But NIC, that person who is in charge, refused to answer. I have on record, sir, I have sent them a mail, official mail to confirm. Because news from MIC neither had a header, nor the person who has sent it. It's a categorical plan by DMK to derail the investigation so the real culprit, who is another person involved in this incident, could be saved.
Okay. We also
Lawmakers are turned out to be lawbreakers here.
Yeah, and we also have Tamil Sai joining us. Do hold on, Mr. Kovai Satyan. Tamil Sai, you've heard what Mr. Kovai Satyan had to say. We've also got that access to the NCW report. It's a huge indictment on the police, of course.
Yes. Yes. It's injustice to the girl. And we also heard that she was not allowed for medical examination, and she was forced to take the examination, her academic examination. And after that only, she was heard about her problem which she faced, and the police was very, very lethargic. And particularly from the beginning, they wanted to save the culprits, and clear mismanagement and non-protection of the girl. It is clearly evident. So we have to blame the DMK government whether such happenings are happening, because these persons, these are trespassers into the university, or it's casual and usual. So the government should be blamed, and the university also should take care of such incidents. It's very disheartening to know such irregularities.
All right. Thank you very, very much, Tamil side. So speaking to CNN News 18 and also Mr. Kovai Satyan. And thank you very much, Ananya, for getting us that exclusive news break. News continues over here on CNN News 18.